Welcome back to the Morning Blend. Today, a software service that allows small businesses to convert their online data into quotes and invoices, which improves collection time as well as cash flow. It is called Paycove. Dan Price is the CEO of Paycove, and he joins us this morning. Good morning to you.
Hey, Molly, how are you? I'm the CEO of a company called Gravity Payments, a Paycove partner. We're based out of Seattle, but Rich, the CEO of Paycove, he couldn't join today, so they asked me to step in for him.
Wonderful. Well, we're excited to have you, and thanks for clarifying that. I really appreciate it.
No problem.
Okay, so let's talk about this a little bit because what we're talking about is basically smarter online invoicing, right?
Yeah, but there's a lot behind it, right? Because small businesses are under assault more right now than almost any time probably in our lifetimes. And there's fewer small businesses being formed, and the larger companies have a higher market share than they've ever had, and also a higher valuation. And so small businesses are in a tough situation. And what we are trying to do is basically simplify all the technology, all the digital commerce solutions, so that small businesses with 50 or 500 employees can keep up with the big behemoths, and we don't end up with just 10 companies controlling our entire economy.
You bring up an interesting point because I think there are so many options now for payment with businesses and maybe even interpersonally that it does get confusing. And I would think it works to a company's advantage to be able to accept lots of different forms of payment, but it also can be confusing.
It can be confusing, and the big technology companies know about that, and they use that to basically create kind of a monopoly advantage. Where you have to go through their system, you have to charge them, they charge you all sorts of different tolls to use their system. And we see this as consumers, even like in the restaurant industry with small businesses like Uber Eats, where they charge 30%. You see it even in other places in the restaurant business, like Open Table, where they sell your customers back to you for a few dollars. And so this is happening all across the payment industry as well. And it's always been a bit of a racket where all these big companies work together and charge a toll to all the small businesses that need to use them. So we're trying to basically take that away, but they do add some value in terms of automation, in terms of being able to do business with the consumer in a fast, simple way that makes your job easy. So we're trying to put the good stuff in without the bad stuff.
I like that idea. You mentioned Rich a couple of moments ago. Rich Hankerson is the CEO of Paycove, and he actually is joining us now. So good to see you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thanks for joining us. Tell us about Paycove and how it increases cash flow, because Dan and I have been talking a little bit about this smarter online invoicing and sort of the challenges for small businesses.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So Paycove, we were founded about 3 years ago, and we were working with some customers who were having a hard time organizing their sales team. So they had a sales team of about 20 folks or so. And what we found when working with these folks is that organizing a sales team and keeping everything in order takes a long time. It can introduce a lot of problems. So whether it's accounting, problems with your accounting or data accuracy, we just found that there was no good modern solution to help the sales team streamline these processes, generate the documents, the invoices and the quotes, and then ultimately collect payments on those invoices and quotes. So that lack of good sales tool really, at the end of the day, made collections take longer, which was negatively impacting sales cash flow. And that's what Paycove sets out to do. That's what we're passionate about. We're passionate about providing the right tools in order to increase cash flow to small to medium-sized businesses.
Yeah, it sounds like by improving collection time, you're talking about increasing cash flow, which has got to be good for small businesses at any time, but especially now with the challenges we face in today's economy because of the pandemic. So I wonder then how Paycove and Gravity help support online payments.
Yeah, absolutely. So in the same way that Paycove is passionate about modernizing this sales ecosystem, Gravity is very passionate and has a great reputation for helping small to medium-sized businesses navigate through their options of how to accept payments. So we set out to build a partnership where we can work together to streamline those options and make sure that all businesses, all small to medium-sized businesses, have every tool in their toolbox to navigate through these issues right now. There's a lot of folks out there that are struggling to transition from in-person payments to mail and check payments to move their business online. And so working with Gravity really helps us streamline that and make sure these tools are accessible to the businesses.
Yeah, and I think online payments have become more and more user-friendly, which I think is important to all of us as consumers as we transition, like you said, to paying in different forms to now online. And what about working with accounting software and supporting that?
Yeah, absolutely. So as a lot of businesses know, making sure that all of your income is accounting for is such an important part. So what Paycove does is it centralizes the information. So if your team generates an invoice, we make sure that that invoice is correctly accounted for inside of accounting software systems, whether it be QuickBooks or Xero. And that's been a historical struggle between sales teams and accounting teams. And we take that struggle out. So that way there's a smooth transition from invoice to collections to accounting to making sure that you're tax compliant.
I know that you're offering a permanent 50% discount on subscriptions right now during this COVID crisis. Just so that I understand and people watching understand, who is your client? Who's able to take advantage of this offer?
Sure. So small to medium-sized businesses really shine when working with Paycove, and they're definitely eligible. So we really work with all businesses. What we found is that small to medium-sized business really take advantage of the self-serve model. So they sign themselves up and get going right away. So the offer is available to all customers, and Paycove is a good fit to all customers. But right now, we really wanted to focus on those small to medium-sized businesses that are feeling the most impact from COVID.
You're so right that they are feeling the impact. Dan and Rich, thank you so much for sharing this with us and explaining it. I think it's wonderful that you're offering this discount. So thank you both so much.
Yeah, thanks, you.
Molly.
Yeah, so Paycove is offering a permanent 50% discount on subscriptions during the COVID crisis. This is key for small to medium-sized businesses. To take advantage of this great offer or to create a free trial or book a demonstration, visit their website. It's paycove.io.